everybody, welcome to this episode of the Volunteer Times Cooking Show. I know a lot of you all have been looking forward to this particular episode, so I am thrilled to introduce everybody to Veronica Pemberton.
Hello.
Also known as Dwayne Kitts would say, First Lady of Cougar Football.
Yes, he is.
And we're very excited to have this family into our community now. And we are in for quite a treat. It is my understanding you've got some wonderful stuff prepared and you have quite the culinary skill set.
Yes.
It's my understanding. Tell us a little bit about that.
So I've always cooked, when I got out on my own, and of course come from a background of a family with multiple children and grandparents. We would always watch my grandmother cook. So that's where my love of cooking started. And then later in life, the culinary school in Atlanta, and I still enjoy cooking then. My passion for Southern cooking.
Yeah.
I like that, but unfortunately we've had to quit eating like that and started, we're eating carnivore now, which Coach and I have both lost some weight. So, and I continuing to do this, but I still love to cook, but I'm still going to do our carnivore diet.
And you mentioned some of the things that you were going to cook today, and it sounded amazing.
Yes, so it's going to be grilled chicken pappardelle, and I'm right here. I already have something prepared, but I will show you step by step. It's a summer peach and burrata salad and baked crostini.
Wow. Okay, we're excited to dig into this.
Okay, so here I've already prepared some of the pappardelle pasta, and you want your water to always taste like the sea when you're cooking pasta. So make sure your pasta is heavily salted, the water is heavily salted when you put it in. And this was about 8 to 10 minute pasta. So I'm going to drain this pasta. Okay, once this pasta is drained, I'm going to shake it a little bit to get the excess off, and I'm just going to put it over my pot, and I'm going to prepare the chicken. Never ever put cooked chicken around raw chicken. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and just,
Good note.
yes, I'm going to go ahead and turn on my stove, and you'll turn it into medium, and I'm going to go ahead and do my chicken, and then we'll go ahead and season. So I got a couple of chicken breasts here, and I really don't measure a whole lot, but for purposes by eye. So I'm going to do a 1.5 tablespoon of paprika. All right, and then I am another tablespoon of garlic powder.
Okay. What a great spice drawer. I got to show this. This is amazing. Adama's helping me today. Adama, he would cry if he saw this spice drawer over here.
And then I'm doing another tablespoon of garlic salt. And I've learned by eye because of cooking so much. And so we're gonna do so I'm gonna do just like a teaspoon of ground cumin. And then last but not least, I'm going to do Celtic salt. And I'm going to do a tablespoon of the Celtic salt.
Now, Celtic salt, if I'm not mistaken, is supposed to have the highest mineral content in it of any salt, right? I mean, as far as even being good for you?
My husband is the one who told me about the Celtic salt. I never used it until he, he introduced me to it. And because we're on this carnivore diet, we eat a lot of salt, butter, poultry, fish, meat, and eggs, but we don't eat a whole lot of, try to eat a whole lot of the the bad salts, I guess. And but when he told me about the Celtic salt, it actually tastes better on the food than any other salt that I've used.
I believe that.
So now what I'm going to do is just take some tongs, and I'm just going to roll it around a little bit inside of the dish. And the reason why I use a deep dish like this is because when I'm cooking with poultry, I don't want juices flying out.
So who was your favorite cook in your family?
My grandmother.
Your grandmother?
Yes, my grandmother. Her name was Hattie Holden, and she was, everything was just phenomenal. As a kid, everyone in the neighborhood used to flock to her house on Sundays because they wanted Miss Hattie's meals on Sunday. So that was amazing to see so many people, because a lot of times back then the only way that you kept family together is the big cooking. Like I said, I do everything by eye unless it's a recipe that I've never tried. All right,
just extra virgin olive oil?
Extra virgin olive oil.
Okay.
Now, I'm gonna go ahead and I always lay, when your pan is really hot, always lay it away.
Okay, in that direction?
Yes.
So any splatter or anything that's gonna go?
It will not hit you. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna cook this about 8 to 10 minutes on each side, because we don't want undercooked chicken. Definitely don't want undercooked chicken. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I don't like cooking chicken without like gloves and stuff. Keep down bacteria and keeps down from getting because I have nails. So you touch chicken and you're not cleaning your hands properly, you can get sick. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and start on our Alfredo sauce. It's almost like a wok. So I'm going to turn this on medium. And while that is warming up, I'm going to go ahead and chop up shallots. So you would 1 shallot.
So now, do you cook every day for the most part?
Yes, I do. Yes. Some days, like if we're out running errands or something, and I may not get to it, cooking. That's what we still sticking to our carnivore. But for the most part, yes, I cook just about every day. And actually, I cooked before you came.
Oh, really?
Yes, because like I said, we eating a different meal, but I still love to cook other meals, and also that the carnivore is not allow us to eat like onions, vegetables, period. So we don't eat the onions and any of the vegetables. But I will be tasting, because you always gotta taste. So it still got a little bit more.
Now, does Coach cook?
Huh?
Does Coach cook?
No, he does not.
But he eats, and that's all that matters.
This garlic is called elephant ear garlic. It's a different taste than a regular garlic.
Really?
Yes. The elephant ear garlic is sweet.
Okay. Did you find that locally?
I found it at Food City, and it's usually not in the section with the garlic, because it's big. It's really big. Well, it looks like an onion.
Oh, really?
Yes, it almost looks like an onion, but it is garlic. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn that over because you're gonna get pieces that are uneven cooked because of the size, which, some will cook faster, some, will cook a little bit, different. Turn that down, adjust that a little bit. All right, so now to start our Alfredo sauce. So what I'm going to do is take another pan, and I'm going to go ahead and saute these onions and the garlic together. Then again, about a teaspoon of the olive oil, just to get them a little bit, to get some salt. Yeah. And then once your shallot and your garlic becomes fragrant, and then we'll add 1 to 2 cups of heavy cream. And also, if you do not have heavy cream, you can use regular milk, not 1% or 2%. It has to be a whole milk. Right here's the heavy cream. I'm going to put about 2 cups inside of the shallot and garlic. And that's 1 cup. I'm going to do another cup. And then you want the heat on this a little on the low side, or halfway between low and high. You don't want to scorch the milk. And then once
this smells so good.
Now once you get this, get the milk, the heavy cream inside of it. So you'll just let it just simmer just a little bit. Alright, so now the milk is starting to simmer just a little bit. So again, now I'm just gotta take this out since the chicken is already in the pan. Alright, so what I'm gonna do now is take some unsalted butter, and I'll need a half a stick of the unsalted butter put inside the milk. And any kind of butter will do.
Is unsalted better?
Unsalted is better because you're gonna have your chicken will be salted. And you don't want to have too much of salt, especially in a dairy product, because you can't undo the salt.
Makes perfect sense.
Alright, now. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to get some of those butters out of the way. Alright, and now this is more product that I'm going to have. So I'm just going to rinse this lightly. You're making sure that nothing from a raw chicken touch anything that you are using currently. Alright, so we have some Philadelphia cream cheese. So you will use a whole block of this inside of
it's gonna be good and rich.
Yes. And you will use the whole block inside of the heavy cream, the garlic, and the shallot.
So tell me, how long have you been doing that carnivore diet?
How long have we been doing it? A little over 2 months, I would say.
Is it pretty easy to adapt to as far as just
not at first. You wouldn't like me when I first started doing it. Because I was really irritated at everything. Everybody. because your body is going into ketosis. So everything changes.
Yeah.
Everything changes.
Well, I've heard a lot of positive things about it, and that people are doing great on it, and that even their health numbers are starting to come down and get, not just losing weight as a side effect, they're actually getting healthy.
Right. Well, I have lost 18 pounds, and how much have you lost? 26.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
And I want to get another spatula here so I can start getting this stirred, and it'll get thicker as the cream cheese melts. It'll start getting thicker, and then once it's melted, I'll start adding my seasonings.
Oh, that looks amazing. And you don't need to move.
Okay. And just keep, just making sure it doesn't stick. Make sure that you're getting, it doesn't coagulate on the bottom of the pan. Just make sure you just keep stirring.
And you have it at a low heat?
Yes. I don't want to overcook the milk. The cream cheese now, it's okay, but I just don't want to overcook the heavy cream. And then once all this melted, it'll start thickening up. So I'm going to leave that right there. Alright, and gotta keep stirring. This part right here is just a little lengthy, only because of the cream cheese. Then it can room temperature as well. That way it'll be a little easier to melt cooler.
It always just takes a while for that cream cheese to kind of, to soften and melt in.
With the crostini, the only thing that crostini is that you can just get any type of bread, in the like sourdough. It can be sourdough. It could be pumpernickel. It could be baguette. It could be a bread ball. Any type of bread that I don't know how would you say it. Any kind of bread that you can toast and it doesn't crumble is the best bread. So what I've done was just cut my bread and because it's a loaf. So I've just cut it in just 6 little pieces. So what I'm going to do now is take some butter. This is 100% butter and not unsalted butter. Okay. So what I'm going to do is take just a little bit on the crostini and rub just a little bit on top of each one, and I'm going to toast them on the I don't like putting them in the oven because I think it doesn't get them that golden little toasty taste to it. It makes it brown and not the, I like that little char.
It's flavorful.
Yes. So the Alfredo is starting to getting thicker, and so in about 2 minutes I'm going to add my seasonings to this. Okay, let's check on the chicken just to make sure it's.
Now, is this something that you made regularly?
Yes, I made this actually for the football team.
Oh, really?
And I fed the football team, and they loved it.
Oh, I bet. But they were heartbroken.
Well,
we have to eat chicken Alfredo. How heartbreaking.
Yeah. And I didn't realize, because I had made 2 types of dishes. I had made chicken Alfredo and I had made taco salad. And the kids hardly did touch the taco salad, they love the Alfredo. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and start seasoning. Leave that in there. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is take the garlic powder. So on the garlic powder, so I'm gonna put 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. I don't want to do it this by eye because, okay, 1 tablespoon of garlic powder. The next thing is a teaspoon of onion powder.
So these are things pretty commonly found in most of your
Yes.
stocks and cabinets.
Yes, and usually, like when my spice jars get halfway, I replenish usually about once a week. And then I'm going to use sweet paprika instead of regular paprika. Since I've used the regular paprika on the chicken, I'm going to use sweet paprika.
I love your kitchen organization. I am so jealous. Oh my gosh.
This is a big thing for me. You know, being in a kitchen all the time, I have to have organization. I try to have it, but this is a little bit different when you have been filmed.
Does your daughter like to cook also?
She does. You know, she's one of these, Mom, what do I do to this? Or what do I do to that? How do I get this taste? How do I get that taste?
Right.
And when she asks me, when she's cooking and she asks me for directions, you know, I love that. So now I'm gonna turn this all the way down. And then I think what I'm gonna do is go ahead and take out the chicken because I can see the liquid. Another way, if you got a thick piece of chicken, if you can tell the liquid, it's turning white instead of clear, like that.
Yes.
The chicken is completely done.
Okay. It's a good thing to know.
All right, so I'm gonna lay that right here, and also the same. I'm not going to wash out the pan because I'm going to cut my washed asparagus and I'm gonna place it in the same pan of the chicken because it's gonna have the same taste.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do is seem like it's even. So I'm going to chop, and then I'm going to chop one more time, and I don't go below 2 chops. I know that's a lot of asparagus wasted, but the further you get down, the bitter. What I'm gonna do is go ahead and take these in here, and then I'm gonna stir these around for about 3-4 minutes while that's still simmering, simmering. And then next, what I'm going to do is take a teaspoon or a half a teaspoon of vegetable stock, powdered vegetable stock. And sprinkle over the vegetables. Okay, I'm gonna take a half a cup of water. And then I'll put inside the asparagus. And now what I'm gonna do is take the asparagus, and that water is gonna loosen up those drippings of the chicken.
Okay.
So, and I'll just roll it around there until the drippings soften up, and then let these simmer. I'll say let them simmer about 3 to 5 minutes. Now, you see how thick and rich that is?
Yes.
Get this off the sides, and then I'm gonna add just a little bit more salt.
Now, do you recommend any type of cookware? I notice your cookware is great. Like it's not sticking, it's just gliding.
Well, this is by Wolfgang Puck.
Yes.
So, all his stuff is good.
Yeah.
And it's not expensive. A lot of people think it's expensive. Now, I thought about getting a Hexclad, but he has a whole line of stuff. Gordon Ramsay's Hexclad can run you $700 to $800 for 3 pieces.
Yeah.
I don't see doing that. I mean, his, I actually have 12 pieces for like $200.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay.
And but people like to spend a whole bunch of money on cookware, but I enjoy cooking, but I don't enjoy spending that type of money on cookware.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's just not necessary. You can get something wonderful, like you said.
Yeah.
Pretty reasonable.
Yeah, and I found this at TJ Maxx. His whole collection is at TJ Maxx.
Really? Well, that's good to know. At least it was. Now everybody's going to run out and buy it and won't be any left. At least you got yours.
You can buy it before you release the video.
Yes,
Now, I love TJ Maxx.
I do too. It's great.
Alright, now, the reason why I do this, I put some warm water in a glass when I taste something, I put it in a glass. That way I know, don't touch it.
Oh, okay.
Because you always taste your food, but never with the same fork or spoon.
Gotcha.
Get you a new one. It's better. Now, y'all want to try? Okay, next what I'm going to do, now that I've got all that done, so I'm going to now I'm going to transfer my asparagus into my pasta. I'm just going to toss this a little bit. Alright, so I'm going to let that simmer just a tad bit more, and I'm going to do the crostini next. And then I'm going to cut the chicken up also. I'll need to cut the chicken up. And I have to put on gloves because it's touching me. Okay, so here I already had some pre-cut. But I'm going to go ahead and cut it. And I always cut mine to a slant just to make sure that each piece, you get a nice good piece on each bite. So let's see. All right, and then my knives. It's either MasterChef, Gordon Ramsay, or Wolfgang Puck.
Okay.
I love support cookers.
Yeah.
And chefs and
And I'll tell you something, a good knife can make or break a kitchen too.
yes, it can. That we have now that we have the asparagus in, so now I'll go ahead and add the pasta, the cooked pasta. So we have the cooked pasta. And sometimes it gets a little tacky, and this is a little between completely done and al dente. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and add.
Now, when you cook your pasta, do you add a little bit of oil to your water? Is that a no-no?
That's a no-no.
Okay. I've heard so many people that do that.
Yeah.
I wondered
That's definitely a no-no.
It is, okay.
Now that I've got all this combined, okay, and I'm just gonna break some inside here.
Just kind of eyeball it?
Yeah, just a little bit, just to give it a little bit of a taste, a start, and then I'll hit it with some on the end. Toss this again. Leave that for a couple of seconds, and now I'm taking a cast iron skillet. This is for the crostini. So when you're cooking the crostinis, so what you'll do is once you get the crostini buttered, you'll put the buttered side down until it browns, and then once it does it on one side, then I'll turn it on. I don't want to butter it on both sides, just one, because I don't want the middle to be soggy. All right, so I'm gonna lay them butter down. Okay. And you can just whatever, counterclockwise, clockwise, side by side, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
All right.
Just as long as they fit in there.
Yes. All right, so now, see, it's already touched in. Yay.
It doesn't take long at all.
Not long at all. I would say, about a minute to a minute and a half on each side. That way it gives it that little, I don't know what they call that.
A little bit of charred flavor.
Charred flavor, yeah. And then we'll go on the next side. And then, so the peach burrata salad is, it's just summer peaches, it's blackberries, blueberries, strawberries, over arugula salad with balsamic glaze on top. And
Now, is this it?
yes. And that's the, it's an Italian cheese. It's almost like mozzarella. And you just break it up so that it's like an appetizer salad.
Right.
And you just dip whatever piece of fruit, or if you would like your own, I'll be happy to, make your own plate. But the arugula is what gives it that earthy taste to the salad.
Okay. And it's exceptionally healthy as well.
Yeah, except the burrata.
Oh, yeah, well, we'll forget
Yeah.
that's there. Yeah.
Yeah, except the burrata, because that is a very, very high, it's a high protein type of a cheese. But a lot of people like, I don't like the texture of it. But if you like, cottage cheese, it has similar taste of cottage cheese. All right, so while that's toasted on this side, so I'm gonna take the balsamic glaze and you just drizzle. To your liking. If you like it coated, or if you just like a little bit of on there, is but the burrata itself is really rich, and so the balsamic glaze brings out the taste.
And then a little bit more cheese.
And a little bit more cheese, and then I'm going to change the texture for the crostini. I'm going to do the same cheese, but I'm just making it like a powder. All right, and the cheese is to your liking as well. I'm going to hit it with a pinch of kosher salt. Okay,
Guys, this has been amazing. I want to thank Veronica for giving us a tour through your kitchen, this amazing kitchen. It is beyond organized, but this woman has got some skills. And I know that you just kind of told us, if you don't care to wrap that up kind of one more time, everything that you've laid out, and we'll start with this.
Okay, so here we have a peach summer salad. It's with peaches. It's arugula on a bed of arugula with blackberries, blueberries, strawberry, peaches, and our fantastic burrata with balsamic glaze. And then we have a crostinis with Parmesan cheese and kosher salt toasted. And then we have a pappardelle chicken pasta with asparagus tips.
Wow. And listen, we have been smelling this as she was making it, and it has been absolutely killing us, but we are impressed. You have got some stealth culinary skills, and we are so appreciative of you letting us in your kitchen today. And I know that I know it was just so much for you to get all this together and get it going, but you did it so gracefully and made everything look so easy. And guys, one of these days, if you're fortunate enough, you're going to get to taste some of this amazing food that Veronica makes. Coach is a lucky man. So we just want to say thank you so much, Veronica, for letting us come and do this. And hopefully we've not seen the last of Veronica in the kitchen, because I have a feeling she's going to be on high demand after this. But we will post the recipe also, some of these recipes, and a little breakdown in the comments. And we're just very grateful to you, Veronica.
Thank you. And also, please, the football season is starting. It's getting ramped up here in Campbell County. So if you're wanting something to do on Friday nights, if you don't have a kid playing, make sure you get into the football games. Please come up to the school and support Pemberton County High Schools. And go Cougars.
That's right, go Cougars. Till next time.
Come on, everybody else, come on. Everybody else, come on.